What's up, everyone? Welcome to Power Play with CJ. Today we're focusing on Anaheim losing Cam Fowler for 5 weeks and the playoffs starting in 4 weeks, and what Anaheim should do as they kind of hit the doldrums as of late. They've really been struggling since the Olympic break, and they just haven't been able to be that same team they were early in the season. They were a tremendously skilled roster. They have arguably the best team in hockey. But I just talked about the Western Conference with injuries. I mean, Fowler's down, Kane's out 2 to 3 weeks tonight, and Tarasenko in St. Louis just got hurt. So those are three, important players on three of the best teams in the Western Conference. I mean, each player has a different role on their respective teams. Obviously, Kane's is a little bit more high profile than the other two, but I mean, at the same time, Fowler is having an amazing season with the Anaheim Ducks. U.S. Olympian, really breaking out, showing why he's such a highly touted player off the U.S. development team and off the Windsor Spitfires. He's got 36 points in 67 games. He's plus 15, and he's playing 24 minutes a night. Not bad for a kid that's about 6 weeks younger than I am. So, it's really a testament to Anaheim's patience, because when you look at how bad his plus-minus was in his first 3 NHL seasons, they signed him to a pretty big extension last year, and it's looked like a bargain, to be honest with you. I think it's like a $4 million cap hit. It's like, wow. It's up at like $4.5–5 million. That's awesome. And his career plus minus, counting the season, just put plus 15, is minus 42. So this is a kid that's really starting to hit his stride as a defenseman, both in the long term in terms of being a franchise cornerstone of the Ducks, and the short term being, the straw that stirs the drink in so many ways for one of the best teams in hockey. But good teams don't make excuses, rally through adversity. He brought Stefan Robida on board for a reason, not to play those kind of minutes. I mean, him and Boschman are both capable of logging minutes, but I wouldn't play them that much because they're older, but they're there. I definitely try to get Biden some more minutes. Lindholm's looked great at times, but I mean, how much pressure do you want to put on a 19, 20-year-old defenseman? Just kind of going through the line in terms of ice time. Lovejoy's had a solid year. Fitzgerald was a pretty good addition, and he's been hurt. You lose Sorey for the season before the season starts. There's a top 6 defenseman, so it's gonna be tough. Just keeping your head above water. I mean, you don't replace your number one defenseman, but I think I'd argue I don't say an argument, but I tweeted out before the Olympics that Eric Johnson is the only American defenseman that's a number one defenseman on a playoff team. But he said Fowler. Yeah, no. Now look at it. Yeah, he is. In many ways, shape, or form. So, Nick, I'm sorry for disagreeing with you on that. You are 100% correct. But, again, you got to do what you got to do. You can't, Boosie Boudreau has, got to sit down and have a nice heart-to-heart with the team. He's not a kind of guy that uses expletives or anything. Expletive plays tirades, but he just said, look, no one's going to feel sorry for us. We've got to do what we've got to do. We have to execute and, get Fowler back a couple games into the playoffs. Just keep your head above water. I don't think you're going to get the President's Trophy. I don't think they're going to get the number one seed in the West, but, I think they can still win the Pacific Division. I think that, they're in a dogfight with San Jose for that Pacific Division, but, we'll see how that goes on the next 3.5–4 weeks. Anyway, that's all this episode of the Power Play with CJ on Anaheim losing Cam Fowler for 5 weeks. Stay tuned for episodes for the season and beyond. Later, guys.